All right, guys. So one of the things I said to you guys before LabWork 2 or after LabWork 1, one of the things I said was we need better scans, right? Everything should be upright. Second is that I do not need the LabWork worksheet, right? That's number 2. Number 3, I want only one file, right? Not 2, not 3, not 4, one file. If you had to resubmit, that's fine, but only one file for all 10 problems. So one file, 20 pages, I don't care. One file, 5 pages, that's fine, but one file. And everything should be scanned upright, right? And everything should be in order. So 1 through 10, right? Not 8, 9, 2, 3, 1, 5, 6, 8, right? So that's, I want to avoid that. So my whole thing is that we got to make sure that we are putting some worth in here, right? So I want you guys to understand something, that I have 190 LabWorks to grade on a Monday. So today is Labor Day and it is 5 p.m. and I'm still not done grading yet, okay? So when you guys make those things happen, it helps me, right? And remember how I told you about being part of my favorites is, come to class, get work done. Obviously, online students, I'm not expecting you to come to class, but Live Flex, I do expect you guys to come to class. Get your homework done on time, submit your lab work on time and stuff like that, right? So for me, the more that you do some of the things I'm asking you to do, you're bringing worth to yourself and you're making it easier on me. You're putting less time on me so that I can actually turn around and help you as well. Like for example, yesterday afternoon, I helped probably about 5 students, with their lab work, with their homework, with whatever, and I'm able to do that. In fact, Saturday, I did the same thing, right? They asked for help. I was like, hey, why don't you zoom in? Let's talk about it really quick. Let's get it done and then on their way. So if you want me to provide that type of time for you guys, I need you guys to provide that type of time for me as well as you're, submitting these assignments. So one of the things that we talked about in class as well was how to see the annotations that I put down on the lab work for you. So we talked about the annotation part in class. We talked about, the scanning part in class. We talked about everything being upright and orderly and neat in class. So some of the students apparently are not paying attention or don't really care about my well-being whatsoever, and don't really care if it takes me more time to deal with things, as long as it doesn't take you more time to deal with things. So for me, then that is not a student that I want to work with, right? And obviously you might care or not care about that, but bottom line is that that's what I'm asking you to do if it's possible, because I would like to give myself more time so that I can help you, okay? And so in terms of how to see our annotations, let me do a reminder of how we do our annotations. So right here, I'm doing a student view of Canvas. So this is actually a test student in 833, which is actually myself. So what you would do is go to grades. When you click on grades, what you will see is the LabWorks. Obviously, you got the LabWork 2. I'm gonna click on that. And as you look at this, obviously you're not going to see LabWork 2 because I just did some kind of lab work and just threw it in there. So you would click here, you'll click back to what you have, okay? If you notice that any kind of comments is right here, I message a student, hey Bozo, and then the student message back to me, hey, hello Bozo, and that is me anyways, both of them. So the way you want to see the annotation, hit view feedback. Well, 2 ways of looking at it. You can either try to look at it within this little tiny piece right here, if you want to, right? This little teeny tiny window, or where is it? If you come up here, you can actually expand it to full screen. So again, orderly. This is orderly. Okay, 1 through 10, right? The scans are cut off. I don't see like a couch over here, someone's leg over here, someone's hand over here, or the TV over here, right? I don't see any of that, right? Now the work, you know, I'm giving it some space so it's not crowded, so it's hard for me to like read, right? And then anything that I need to say, I'm going to write it right on your paper as well. So the C means correct, right? And then I'm also going to tell you what kind of points you're going to get. And if you lost points, I'm explaining to you why too. So for example, let's say that this was 2 different files, right? So I might say +9, -2 for, -3 for having extra files, -2 for having it messy. So, and remember what I said in class, I said that if we're going to show messy, I'm not going to grade it. It's automatic 0. If you give me multiple files, it's automatically 0. So I'm at least taking one intermediate step and kind of warn you guys with some, you know, subtraction points before I get to those zeros. So I kind of want to give you guys some leeway, and this way you can go, okay, this is what I need to do. And you can always ask me, hey, does this look right? Do I need to redo this, right? And you can always go back into your submission to say, hey, did I actually submit this, right? Because you'll actually see a file name. Or if you do multiple files, which you shouldn't be doing, you'll see multiple file names, all right? So, and if you need help to get all of those into one file, I can help with that, especially while you're scanning, so that I have no problem zooming with you and saying, okay, now hit this, now hit that, right? Just to help you guys out. I have no problems with that, right? I'm not asking you guys to get to a point but not tell you how to do it, right? Especially if you don't know how to. If you do know how to and you're just decide not to, then that's a whole different story, right? Because then you're just deciding to flip me off and then just go on your merry way, which is fine too. I have no problems with that. And then the other part is that, remember, the purpose of the lab work is to see, I should say, it's for you to show me that you're actually understanding the different methods being used, right? So obviously in LabWork 2 is asking specifically for elimination method or substitution, right? So I actually want you to follow those steps, right? And some of you guys can go, well, I could just take the choices and plug them in. I understand that. You can certainly do that during the exam or in MyLabs+, just not in the lab work. So some of you guys are going to force my hand on taking the choices away and just have open-ended questions where you just have to show me work. So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. The more I see of that, I'm just going to take the choices away. This way, you don't need any choices anymore. All you're going to see is just those problems, and you're going to have to work those problems out yourself, right? And then give me the right, give me an answer, and let's see if it's right or wrong. All right. So I figure I'd make a quick 5-minute video to show you guys how to get to this point here. And again, reiterate about what the standard is for lab work. All right. And that's about it. So it should be finished grading. And what I'm also going to do, listen to this carefully, I'm going to go ahead and post the answers to the rest of the problem in announcements. So hopefully, when we were talking about all of this, we also talked about turning on our notification part, right? And then, yeah, I figured this was going to happen, that it's going to deny me because it's not, the student account doesn't have it. But you will have to go to your account and click notification, and you should turn on notification for announcements and also comment submissions, all right? So if you haven't done that, please make sure you do that. Again, if you go to your home page, you will see, I will put it up here, you will see it as part of the announcements right up here of LabWork 2 answers, all right? And then you guys can check on your work and the answer key as well, all right? I hope this helps. I'll talk to you later. See ya. And don't forget, exams on Wednesday and Thursday.